so much for joining us. I know we tried to connect, a couple months ago, and
And
Yeah,
then
I'm sorry. I was so sick. It was not a good time.
that's okay. We all have been there, right, Chris?
Yep.
yeah, yeah. Oh, even just with this podcast, absolutely more than we could probably or would like to admit to.
Hey, we've been sick on here and just like suffering through it because we were like, I don't want to reschedule. I don't want to reschedule. And I'm just sitting here like, got my Kleenex ready.
Oh no, that is
Yeah,
de
I think I've been the only one who's backed out because I've not felt well, and you've done a couple solo interviews.
Yep. Yep. I try to stick it through. I have not been sick enough to miss one yet. Chris has yet to do a solo interview.
I mean, I can if you want to sit one out, I'll be more than glad to. I don't.
Very thought.
The really funny thing about interviews, and before we really get into it, when I did VIP for Charlotte Sands last weekend. We've been doing these interviews for so long, like an interview like through Zoom doesn't bother me, but getting ready to ask Charlotte a question, I was about to freaking pass out.
How was the show?
What was that?
How was the show?
Oh my God, it was so good. So like the VIP was like in a coffee shop, and I think there was like 20 or so of us, and then her. But then the actual show was so good. Um, yeah, I'd go back and do it again if I could. It's fun seeing her. And actually this time, unlike when I went to see her when she toured with Senses Jess, I actually knew her songs this time.
Oh, that's good.
So I wasn't like, oh my God, can her set be over? Like I was trying to wait to meet Senses. But
That's hilarious.
So yeah, Chris already said thanks for coming on and you know,
Absolutely. Did me.
we had to reschedule, but we're here now.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you could just introduce yourself and share how All That's Left got started.
Sure. So I'm Alison. I'm from All That's Left. I'm a solo project with the help of Lance Prince, who did Polaris and Alpha Wolf, Mitch Fogarty, who's the drummer for Alpha Wolf, and Ricky Armelino from Ice Nine Kills. And it was actually born on the back of having Ricky Armelino as my mentor for the past, ooh, 6 years this year is a long time. And I always write. I've written music since I was a kid, but it took a drastic veer in I'd say 2018, where I started to go back to my metal roots that I grew up with. I grew up with the likes of Atreyu and Killswitch Engage and Five Finger Death Punch and then Amity Affliction and all those sort of bands. And when met my mentor, I was like, you know what? I want to learn how to scream. And he's like, sure, but we're going to teach you how to sing better first. And screaming didn't really pan out. I tried everything. I tried a Melissa Cross lesson, everything. I was like, you know what? It's not for me. So I started writing all clean sort of metal songs. And that kind of got set on the back burner while I was tinkering and exploring production and just really sinking my teeth into the whole music thing. And then ended up writing Fire back in 2021 as my university submission to one of the big music schools over here. I was like, cool. Be so cool if it had a breakdown, but I can't scream, so I guess that's not gonna happen. Sort of tinkered for a few years, and then in 2023, 2023, kept screaming, well, attempting to scream along to Amity in the car and Kingdom of Giants and Polaris. And one day I went, oh my God, I can do it. Not well, mind you, but I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll hold off. I'll actually learn how to scream and then tinker around. And then Fade Away, which is the other one that's out now, was also written for a uni submission back in 2021. And I kind of revisited that back in January last year. It's like, you know what? Like, maybe I can see if there's anything here. Rewrote the whole thing into what it is now, and then chucked it up, kept tinkering, fleshed out Fire, added the breakdown, which my mum was like, no, this was meant to be the light, soft song. What are you doing? To quote her, she likes to go, but you have such a nice singing voice. Why do you have to scream? That's great. Um, and then kept tinkering, kept listening to a lot of Slaughter to Prevail, and came up with the next single that is coming out very, very soon. And it's got a bit of a deathcore influence. And yeah, here we are.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Can't wait to hear that one. I'm curious because you mentioned like you were trying to scream and you're like, oh, I can't do it. Is that kind of like what influenced your posts about like, oh, girls can't scream?
I think it's a yeah, it's a very it's nice to see more female vocalists kind of popping up now, especially with Spirit Box and bands like that. And I think it's still me personally, whenever I show people my music, they're like, "That's not you, that's a dude." It takes a lot of convincing. I it's generally anyone over the age of maybe 30. And they're like, no, no, that can't be you, right? That can't be. And it takes until I literally show them a video. And then they're like, oh, wow, it is you. Because nine times out of 10, they think it is a dude. So when I was like, when I was coming up with all my brainstorming ideas, I was like, well, what has actually happened before? And yeah, that I tapped into that. And everyone seemed to like that video, which is cool.
yeah, you just mentioned deathcore for like your new single, and I was like, oh, I wonder if you know who the Rising Tide is from New Zealand.
No. Oh wait, are they the no no. I'm getting them confused. Who are they?
We just actually had someone on from the band, but yeah,
Awesome.
they consider themselves deathcore.
That's sick. I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Chris and I like pretty sure that they're the heaviest band we've had on.
Yeah,
That
I
is
wouldn't call them deathcore. Personally, I
They
wouldn't call
call
them death.
themselves deathcore.
Good for them.
But they are pretty heavy. They're a lot
They are.
heavier than some of the other bands we've had on. We've had on heavy bands, but like they are
yeah,
by far probably the heaviest.
the next level. That's awesome. I'll have to check. I mean, when I say it's deathcore, it's got deathcore influences. Got it's got a surprise at the end. Let's just say that.
I was gonna say because a lot of deathcore doesn't have any clean vocals. It's just, constant screams.
Yep. I
So
got
go
my
ahead.
best
Sorry.
to do screams on it because he can hit a whole nother low to what I can because my voice isn't really that low. And when I got it back from Lance the first time, I it floored me. I was like, there is no way that that is still me screaming. Like it does not sound right. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, yeah. So just because you were mentioning like you're glad to see these, female fronted bands, who are some of your favorite female fronted bands? Heavy or not heavy? Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
To be honest, I don't listen to too many because I kind of stick within the bands I know. I'm a bit of a creature of habit. I don't explore too much. But Spirit Box, I really like Spirit Box. I anytime Circle with Me comes on, I have to sit and listen to it. And, I've now managed to convert my boyfriend to a metalhead too. It's great. And that's the one that anytime it comes on, we're like, all right, this has to stay on. I grew up with Paramore as well, so anytime Paramore comes on, that one's pretty cool. Um, there are a few, but now I'm going completely blank about which other ones. I have seen a few of Harper's stuff come up too, and she is one talented little lady. And the first time I saw her videos come up, I was like, no way. I was very impressed.
Yeah, I've seen some of Harper's stuff. Just randomly, like I just let my playlist play whatever it feels like in the car, and it
Yep.
just suggests new things. There's a band called Gore.
Yes, with Haley. She's
Yeah,
incredible also.
yeah,
Deadlift too.
yeah. But I don't know. Who are some people that we had on that we should throw some recommendations? We've had, okay, so
Female
my
fronted?
yeah, so first of all, my algorithm feeds me female fronted artists almost exclusively.
That's
Um, li- like about a year ago, like there was like a hard thing in my brain where like it's just been so male dominated for so long, and it was refreshing to start hearing all the female fronted bands and projects come out. And like there was a hard switch in my brain, and that's just where I'm in now. And Jess rolls her eyes all the dang time.
Hey, you know, I wasn't huge into female artists, but I've been a
I'm
lot
breaking
more into them
I'm
since
breaking
starting the
you in, right?
podcast. I mean, Conquer Divide, you definitely
Oh my
should check
gosh.
out Conquer Divide if you haven't.
That I found Chemicals and The Invincible a few years ago, and I love those songs. They're great.
Yeah, I would think
Yeah.
like I still think Atonement is well, no, Afterthought.wave has become my favorite.
New Heaven is my
Yeah.
favorite.
That
Yeah.
is that the record or the single?
The singles, the like tracks.
What's
What
the
was the
record title?
record?
Why am I forgetting?
Because I can picture the album cover, but I'm going completely
It's
blank.
red.
Yeah.
Dang, what's it called, Jess?
Oh,
I
their
should know
session.
this. I have the record.
Me too. It's on the rack behind me over there.
Oh, we'll go grab it. No, I was kidding.
No. Let's
Mine's all
see.
the way in my living room, so.
Slow
Oh, slow
burn.
burn. I just thought of it as you were thinking of it. I was like,
As I was thinking of it, I Googled that shit.
I didn't even Google it, and I was like, oh, wait, it's slow burn.
So we know which one of you is the bigger fan then.
I did see them twice
Are they
in a
good
month.
live?
Oh,
Oh
yes.
my God, they're really amazing live.
I don't think they've been over here, at least not recently. I haven't seen anything pop
They
up.
went to Europe, but they have, I don't think they've come over to the Australian part of the world in a
Drop
while.
theirs.
Maybe that'll be their next stops. They'll make a Australian tour.
That'd be pretty cool.
But I mean, if you're not looking for heavier females, I mean, we just had Gold Steps. They're from my neck of the woods.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They're
What's
they're
the music they play?
they're kind of poppier.
Nice.
Kind
I'll
of
have
got
to
the
Um,
check.
Paramore thing going on.
Awesome.
So I
I'll
mean,
have to.
they've actually done some shows where they just did like a Paramore tribute. So
That's fantastic. That's really cool.
or even Haunter, they're
Haunter, yep.
they just baffle me. Um, the lead singer super into deathcore, like, and then she has the cleanest, smoothest, clean vocals ever. And it's just crazy. Um,
And
What are
she's
they?
not in a heavy band. She's the lead singer of a not heavy
pop.
band,
They're
pop
like I
punk,
would say they're a pop band. They're not even pop
Pop,
punk. They're a pop
maybe,
band.
yeah, they're poppy. Pop
Oh,
rock.
not too.
Yeah.
Is it Hunter or Haunter?
Haunter.
Haunter,
Kind
like
of like the
the
Oh.
Pokemon.
yeah, like the Pokemon. There you go.
I'll add that to my list. Thank you so much for the recommendations.
Yeah, we can always send them to you too, so you don't really have to remember them.
That would be great.
But yeah, you were talking about like Paramore and listening to them and like listening to Atreyu and all that. Like, who have been some of your biggest influences musically?
Ooh. Growing up, it was Five Finger Death Punch, a little bit of All That Remains, Killswitch Engage, Atreyu, Rammstein, a little bit of Oomph, and then grade four, my dad was taking me in the car and he's like, "Ali, I've got this new band to show you," and he put on Chasing Ghosts by Amity, and I was like, "Whoa, where has this been all my life?" Because up until then it was like Pierce the Veil, Sleeping with Sirens. Um, I think they're the main ones. And then he found Amity, and I went down that rabbit hole, and that became Dad and I's thing. So then Amity became the big influence on the back of that. And then recently, over the past few years, it's been Polaris, Falling in Reverse, Currents. Fade Away has a few sections that are heavily influenced by Currents. Um, I don't think who else. I always go blank when I get put on the spot. A little bit of Kingdom of Giants, like the Passenger album. Um, there's been a few. Honestly, oh, Ice Nine Kills is the other really big one. I They do this thing, and to put it in layman's terms, within a scale or like a set key, you have certain chords that are meant to be either major or minor, and they usually switch a minor to a major to create this really creepy feel, and that has become my secret little ingredient across pretty much all of my songs because I love that little flair. But yeah, Amity, Polaris, and Iceland are probably the big three influences.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think you're wearing an Amity shirt, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah, I think most of my wardrobe is Amity shirts at this point. So it's beyond insane that I've worked with them twice. I still kind of struggle to compute that one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you mentioned All That Remains. I have a very quick, funny story about them.
Yeah.
Um, our local, not local, but our state fair in New York booked them for like a main public stage a few years ago. And I
What?
remember seeing them on, and I'm like, I don't think they know who they just booked.
That's wonderful.
I
That's
unfortunately didn't catch the show, but I can only mentally picture what happened. as like the
I
80-year-old ladies walk by with their little sausage and a sausage with peppers and onions and a roll. Like, what is this? And it was midday. I think it was the 1 o'clock slot. So that must have been crazy to see. I should have gone.
went to a
I
county fair and I think it was a mirror that
mm,
played on some little tiny like tent stage. I'm like a mirror at a county fair. This is so weird.
that never happened over here. That sounds way better.
It was
Well,
crazy.
this year we've got, I think, all time low in red jumpsuit playing.
Yeah, your
It's
county
a
fair
fair.
is better than mine.
It's a state fair. That's
Oh, well,
why.
your state fair is still better than mine.
It just so happens to be like 10 minutes down the road.
That's it. Whereabouts are you both from?
So I'm just outside of Syracuse, New York.
Nice.
But I'm in the Midwest in Wisconsin.
Oh, that's awesome. It'd be so much different over there.
Now the real question is based on our accents, can you tell we're not from the same place?
Yes. There is a bit of a difference between you. And then I feel like I sound completely different to either of you.
Oh yeah, you have an accent. What area of Australia were you in again?
Brisbane,
Okay, Brisbane. So that's the western side of the continent,
East Coast,
right?
so just above Sydney and Melbourne.
Oh, never mind. Wrong way. I'm
Way to know
thinking of
geography,
Perth.
Jess.
I'm thinking
Gosh.
of Perth, okay?
Yeah. No, nothing happens in Perth. It's like the middle.
Hey,
That's what
Perth has quokkas.
do they?
Don't they have quokkas? Because they're really
I
close to Rottnest Island.
know, but maybe that's why I should go to Perth now.
Gotta go to Rottnest Island.
That'd be
That would be a
pretty sick.
dream of mine. I need a selfie with a quokka.
I think they have them in some of the zoos up here, but
They
apparently
probably
on
do, but you probably can't get selfies with them.
this is true, not unless you manage to sneak in or disguise yourself as a quokka.
Yeah. And but you know, on Rottnest Island, you're not allowed to touch them. Like you cannot touch them trying to take selfies. They have strict laws.
They're the ones that throw their babies at predators to get away, aren't they?
I
Or is
believe
that a
so.
okay?
I think it is them. I
It's
think I
hard to
remember hearing that.
it's hard to tell what's real and what's fake with Australian law because we also have convinced the rest of the world that drop bears are a thing.
Yeah.
But didn't isn't there some rumor coming out of Australia that like pterodactyls are flying around?
What? If that's true, that's great.
I mean, there might be some giant birds flying around that people think are pterodactyls.
We have things in Australia that really should not exist, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, they did have that new stink bug. No, the stick bug that was recently.
What do you think? I haven't heard about this.
Maybe you guys just don't hear about this stuff because you live there. You know, like,
Tyler,
and us in the United States are like, wow, look at this crazy thing that is in Australia.
It's
And
got
then
to
you
be
ask
like
people and they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I don't know. It's news that we care about, but you don't.
yeah.
it's got to be the same thing like for us here in the States, like all the Florida man headlines, like we just tune them out.
Whenever they grace my Instagram feed, I get a good laugh. I think it's been compared to one of our cities before. Florida is the equivalent of somewhere over here. I can't remember where it is, but anytime we have wacko headlines, it's like I want to say Ipswich over here, or like one of the areas over here locally at least, where whenever you hear anything on the news, you're like, why? It's always the same place.
Yeah, that's kind of like it here.
Yep.
And that's the running joke around here too, is the Florida man thing. So,
Yep.
but let's get back to talking a little more about your music. Now, Universes was your first song that you released back in like 2021, which actually was quite a long time ago now. But yeah, and it seems like that you have gotten heavier. Now, you did mention that you are going to have an even heavier song. So, I mean, in all actuality, me asking this question is kind of silly, but do you plan on creating more heavy music?
Yes. So I have two more songs left to come out on this current EP. The next one is the heavy, heavy one. I think it's like 80% screams and 20% cleans. And then the one coming out after that, Erase, is pretty heavy as well. It's got pretty much the same ratio with a very, very heavy breakdown. And the next, I've already started on the next EP as well. That's got a bit of a blend on it already too, full of heavy, heavy breakdowns and really big choruses again. It, I always like to laugh at myself when I write heavy things, and I think that's how you know you've written something decent is when you can sit back and just go, "What did I just write?" So that's my goal now.
So your mom probably is going to hate the two new songs that are coming out.
Oh yeah, I showed her. I just got a race back like a couple of weeks ago, and I showed her, and the whole time she was doing this. And when it ended, usually she'll be like, "That's great," and this time it was silence. So I know I've reached a good level of heaviness when I have the disapproving look from her.
That's how you know you've done the song right in
Exactly.
heaviness. Your
Ex-
mom's like, "Nope, this is
Yep.
not what I want to listen to."
Exactly. She got fire. She's happy. And in all seriousness, she's super supportive. But that's always my gauge of, do I need to go heavier? No, I haven't gotten the look yet. We got to keep going.
Ah, that's funny.
So what challenges have you faced not only as an individual artist, but a female in a very male dominated heavy scene?
I've been really fortunate with the people that I work with, and I've worked within the industry as like a live sound engineer and producer and whatnot for a few years now. And I've been really, really fortunate with who I've worked with that I've never kind of noticed anything with being a chick. Like I hang out with mostly guys, so I guess a lot of my mannerisms are probably closer to a guy than to a chick. But honestly, the biggest thing that I face is nothing to do with being a chick. It's the fact that I do everything with all that's left. So I record all the guitars, I program all of the initial drums, then I send it to Mitch, who does his absolute magic. I edit it all. I did all of the editing on this record except for the vocals, which Ricky did. He did a great job of it too. And then I do all of the composing, all of the arranging, all of the social media ideas, all of the music video ideas. I edit the music videos. I am by no means a video editor, but I just kind of wing it. Same with all the social media stuff. I come up with the concept art, and all the cover art with my mum, who's a graphic designer, so she does all of that. And then I plan out all the releases, what goes into it. Lance does all the mixing and the mastering, but within every song, I think some of them have up to 140 tracks. So there's a lot of work that goes into each. There's all within all of the choruses. I think Fade Away had three or four, no, it would have been three harmonies. So all of them take time to record, then edit, then stitch together. That bridge in Fade Away with the falling and losing, that bit had, I think it was 13 different layers of choir vocals that all just kind of melded together. And there's so many little things that most people won't pick up on. But for me, it's the little Easter eggs that I go, I can hear the difference, and I'm very particular with that sort of stuff. And then it kind of leaves room that if I ever want to do the orchestral versions as a standalone release, I have that option. But it's a lot of work to do it all, and I love it, but it's a lot.
Feel like you answered most of my next question was like, what is your writing process like and your production process like? You kind of answered it, but not quite the writing part.
Yeah, so writing, I'm a bit special. I'm a bit special in general, but I'm a bit special when it comes to writing. I write most of my stuff on the piano to start off with. So I have it there behind me and I have a MIDI keyboard in front of me. And generally, either I'll one of a few things will happen. The first one is I'll be listening to something and my producer ear will kick in and I'll go, ooh, that shouldn't go like I think that should go a different direction. And I'll go down, I'll sit down and I'll write out what direction I feel it should have gone in. And then that idea is born. And then from there, I'll flesh it out. I'll draw up a rough version of it within Pro Tools with drums, bass, usually about 10 layers of orchestral layers, which is a big thing for me. Then I'll track just some rough demo vocals, which usually the lyrics make zero sense. I have ones at the moment. I have about five new ones on the go, and reading the lyrics, you really would wonder what the hell I'm going on about. And then the other way is I just sometimes I have the spidey sense where I just know I'm about to write something, and I'll sit down, I'll pick a key, and I'll just go and I'll just noodle around on the piano, and then something will start to form, and I'll build, and I'll spend 15 minutes, and by the end of the 15 minutes, I have something, and then that chucks into a folder. I'll go back through, I'll tinker, I'll piece together. And then sometimes I will literally just be sitting down with my plugins and I'll be like, "Oh, this sounds kind of cool. Where can this go?" And I'll just flesh it out. So I wrote one last week, something completely different. Was stuffing around with a chorus idea. I was like, I think, no, no. I've written something off the back of the new Bad Omen song as well, which sort of leads into this idea. And was tinkering around, opened up one of the plugins. I went, oh, that's cool. What if that was a building intro? And then now I have three separate individual ideas.
What's the strangest place you've come around like thinking of an inspiration for a song?
Ooh. Like location wise?
Yeah, have you like been somewhere odd and just something just came into your head?
Not really. Like I've had ideas mid-set at a gig before. I remember watching Gloom in the Corner open for I don't remember who they opened for, but I heard their unreleased at the time song it's their latest release. The name's gone blank. And I remember turning to my dad and going, "This sounds like an All That's Left song," and I just had an idea right there. But I think nine times out of ten, the strange place will be literally in my kitchen. I'll just be there, and something will come to my head, and then I will have to sprint upstairs before I forget it.
Yeah, when you were at if you're at the show and you heard and you got inspiration, do you just like go into the bathroom and voice memo this or something?
That one I just had to let go because I'm like, I was at Barrier and I was like, I'm not gonna get back here. It's fine. So I can't even remember what the idea was, but apparently it wasn't good enough to stick.
You know, that happens though, right, Chris?
Yeah, that happens to me probably on a 30-second rotating basis, like a
Yep.
goldfish.
Like Dory. Well, you're in the blue shirt. You've got the Dory thing.
Yeah,
Just keep swimming, Chris.
just keep
Just keep
swimming.
swimming.
So, speaking of swimming, how did it feel to have Casey of Deadlands react to your music?
That was very, very cool. I've seen her interact with a few of my other posts now, that's really, really cool. She is one hell of a vocalist, and whenever I remember I found her randomly, and the first time I saw her, I was like, wait, no way is that her? And then I was like, wait, no, I exist, so yes, that will be her. But she blows me away, and her stage presence too. I've seen videos of her performing live, and it blows me away. So yeah, whenever I see her comments pop up, I'm like, oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, that's nice. And they were nice. We had them on the podcast.
I did see that.
And Chris recently saw them.
Yeah, I saw them. Oh gosh, that was almost a month ago. Over a month ago?
How was
Damn.
the show?
It was so good. So it was at the beginning of their tour. We were the first stop. As a matter of fact, we were a one-off, so it was only them and one other band that played. And I got there after the first band was done. And then I got there, they came on 5 minutes later. And I called Casey from the side of the stage. Actually, I tried to call CJ, but he didn't hear me. But I called Casey and she's like, "Oh my God, hi." And I had a Gem XP shirt. So like every year I make a small run of like all the bands that we interviewed on the back.
Oh.
And I was like, "Casey, come here." And I handed her the shirt and she's like, "I didn't know you were coming." I'm like, "I reached out to you on Instagram DMs. I commented, I emailed you." She's like, "Here, contact me here." She was so nice. And then her and CJ went to the merch table after the show and I let pretty much everybody else go first, and then we talked for maybe like 15-ish minutes. So, yeah, they're Casey's pretty nice. CJ was in his own world. But Yeah.
He's in his own world with his mayo for his.
For his friend. Yeah, we'll get to that. But I have this picture of them performing where CJ, the guitarist, he's like looking down as guitar. He's got his mouth wide open, and Casey's head is like right underneath his open mouth. And I sent it to them. I'm like, why does it look like CJ's about to eat Casey?
That's hilarious.
So I'm curious, like, have you wanted to collaborate with anyone? Like, who would you want to collaborate with if to make a song with?
I would really, really love to collaborate with my mentor because he is a very large reason for why I do this. And we have talked about it before, but we're gonna hold off until I've got a little bit more of a following behind me. But so that one's kind of in the back pocket. I would love to do something with Amity too. That would be really cool and flip the whole Pittsburgh thing and do it back the other way. And I love Polaris. So that would be that. They're probably my top three of who I'd like to do something with.
It would be fun if you could do one with Amity since you like fell in love with them, such an early age.
There is a photo of me at about nine. Nine or no, I would have been 10. And literally just doing like and it was on the way to the Amity show. And I don't think I've gotten much taller since then. But it yeah, the love for that band definitely started from a young age.
Yeah, we women tend to stop growing when the men keep kind of growing like later on in their life.
I think I stopped at about 14.
Probably
I'm
about there. Unfortunately, right?
oh,
Although
I
I'm
was
I'm taller for a woman
that's
usually.
all
Were you a late bloomer though, Jess? Like
Oh,
you don't remember the
no.
first time your monthly friend came?
Oh, well, yeah, that was late. I was a
Yeah,
late
so
bloomer on that.
that's usually around when women stop growing.
Ah,
oh, interesting.
I don't know. I'm 5'8.5", so
That's that's not that tall. I was expecting you to say like 6'2".
no, my husband's like 6'3".
Is he?
That's
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The pictures of you two together, like, don't y'all don't seem that different.
standing on
Hey,
a
the
Which
the measurements don't lie, okay?
which side quick side note in the middle of this, Taylor's getting rid of the truck?
Yeah. He needs the money.
Sad.
Not unless someone wants to gift him a bunch of money.
Not how much he's asking for. I can give him like $50.
Nope. Sorry. Won't
good
take
luck.
it.
Uh,
Anywho, let's get back to like, not talking about my husband's truck that he's selling.
What do you mean? It's riveting stuff.
Is it riveting?
Sure, it depends on what sort of truck it is, I guess. If it's a
It's
monster
a
truck.
it's a 1959 Chevy Fleetside
Oh,
truck.
could
Yeah.
argue that's cool. I love all the old Chevys.
Yeah, it's a beautiful truck and they built it, him and his friend built it and everything. It's
Awesome. How long did it take
just
them?
a couple years to build it. It's a lot of work that they did and everything, but he hasn't driven it like all summer. He just hasn't felt like driving it and he decided to that he would just wants to sell it because he needs the money. Life sucks sometimes and you need the money.
Yeah, life's not cheap.
He doesn't want to sell it, but he needs the cash.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's one of those kind of things. Like he'll be sad that he sold it, but unfortunately, that's just how life goes.
You could get a Matchbox version of it to keep as a
Oh, he's
memento.
got plenty of those. I mean, you got to get one that looks just like it though.
I wonder if there's a website where you could like take a picture of the truck and they could custom make one.
I'm sure there is. Hot Wheels probably has one.
Yeah,
I wonder how much it would cost. I mean, you can have your own custom made Funko Pop, so I mean,
can you?
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
It's cool. I have way too much of an unhealthy collection of those.
I actually don't have an unhealthy collection, but I work at a thrift store and someone donated a Steve Irwin one, and I really am gonna buy it. I have to.
That's pretty cool.
I was like, oh man, I need Steve Irwin.
Pretty cool. I didn't even know he had one, to be honest.
I didn't either, but I mean, they got Funko Pops for everything. I have all of the Hocus Pocus ones from the movie
No.
Hocus Pocus, so those only come out though at Halloween time. I unfortunately have no room to keep all my Halloween stuff out year round, but I'm gonna decorate early this year, I think.
Nice. You guys do Halloween on a whole nother level over there.
Yeah, I mean, we are a little crazy about Halloween over here.
It's
So
cool.
Halloween's not crazy over in Australia?
No, Halloween is, oh, look, someone's giving out candy. There's the extent of decorations over here is maybe, I don't know, one skeleton in every 200th front yard. There's nothing over
Oh,
here.
I'm moving to Australia.
You don't like Halloween?
I can't stand Halloween.
Oh, Chris, how are we friends?
I had this conversation with somebody yesterday. I don't remember who it was, and I'm like, I don't get it. Like, I know
Mm.
it's based on like All Hallows Eve, but like then America was like, let's just really
I
misconstrue everything about this
I just
holiday
love
and let's
dressing
make it
up.
the day earlier too. Like,
The
I
dressing up
just
is
I
fun
just like
part.
dressing up. I like coming up with an idea for a costume and just being someone else, you know?
What was your Halloween outfit last year?
I had two.
Nice.
I go overboard. I usually have more than one. It was the oh, it's hard to explain. I called myself like a demon queen,
Cool.
and then I still did the woodland fairy nymph.
That's an interesting mix. They couldn't be polar opposite if they tried.
True, it's true. I can send you some pictures of what my costume was last year. I did Little Red Riding Hood one year and had the wolf's head in a basket. So
What'd you do for the wolf set?
it's just a mask, a wolf
No.
mask, and kind of stuffed it and stuck it in a basket.
That's pretty cool. That's a cool idea. I like that.
But, I can't, because my husband wouldn't be the wolf, so I have to have the wolf there somehow.
see, I'll at least get in the spirit and dress up.
Well, he dresses up. He just didn't want to dress as a
He didn't
wolf.
want to be the wolf. What was he then?
That year, he did his Viking outfit.
Nice.
So, yeah, I don't know. What would you be for Halloween if they dressed up more over there?
We do. I'm in a fortunate position where I have three brothers, two of which are under the age of 10. So they all still like trick-or-treating, and I'm the good big sister, so I take them out. So last year I did Georgie from It, and I looked dead and cut the sleeve of the arm off, and there are little kids all over the neighborhood. And so as I'm going around, I'm just like, and scared the crap out of all of them. It was fantastic. I'm real nice, I promise.
No,
I
no, that's the best part about Halloween, especially if you're gonna be able to scare little children. Come on now.
I used to work, we have a theme park over here called Movie World, and we do Fright Nights over here. Not on the same level that you guys do it, but we try. And I worked as an AV tech there, and they were like, if anyone wants to dress up for Fright Nights or Halloween nights, you're welcome to. Wonderful. You don't have to tell me twice. And I dabbled in special effects makeup because of Chevy Marie, who was Ice Nine's touring special effects girl for a few years. So I still had all my special effects stuff from when I dabbled. I was like, so how overboard can I go? And they're like there's no limit. Like you do you. So I came in with an upside down cross cut out of my head and it looked very real. And I walked around the park, and because I'm in all black, no one sees me because it's pitch black throughout the park. And I had people just turn around and shit themselves. They're like, "Oh, you're not allowed to get that close." And I'm like, "Oh no, I'm not one of the scare actors." It was great. I had a great time.
That is awesome. I love it. I love it. When I was younger, I was like in middle school, like seventh, eighth grade and all that. My brother and I used to work a haunted hayride.
Nice.
So I had a lot of fun scaring people back then. And I got paid for it too.
You would have
So,
hated
so
me on that haunted hayride. When I was a kid, the last like I was on a haunted hayride with I must have been like 4. I was young. And some scare actor came up and I was scared and I straight kicked him in the chest. Like
I mean, there are risks involved
Oh
when you're
yeah.
scaring people. I'm sure plenty of like people at Fright Fests and stuff have been like punched.
Oh, they'd have to.
Because I mean, you know, it's a normal reaction. A human gets scared and you like want to defend yourself, you know? That's probably why they tell the actors not to get too close.
Entirely possible. Or they get danger pay.
Yeah, I think like at least down in Universal Florida, they would they allowed you to get close, but you weren't allowed to like be within touching range.
Interesting. Because don't you guys have one over there where you can touch, like the actors can touch you and grab your legs and stuff?
Possibly. It
Hmm.
might be like, is that the one like in Six Flags area?
Maybe there's so many over here.
There's
I
just
can't
too
keep
many.
track.
I don't know.
I
It's
really
funny
miss.
though because I don't actually like going in haunted houses that much or doing the haunted house things because I'm like it's so like it scares me but doesn't really scare me, you know, because I used to scare people.
You're
But if I'm
one
in a
with.
group of people, I don't want to be the first one through.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you for that one.
I don't want to be the first one. Although
Oh,
sometimes people skip the first person and get the next person because they expect the first person to be like expecting it, I guess.
that's true.
So maybe my prediction is wrong and I should be the first one. I don't know.
Just go in the middle of the pack. You safely sandwich between everyone there. Bring a water
Safely
pistol.
sandwiched.
They come too close because Halloween's starting to get cold for you guys, isn't it? Fill it up with
Oh
ice.
gosh, yes.
Yeah,
We've had snow on Halloween sometimes.
yeah, you could have snow, you could have it be like 70 degrees. Like Halloween's a gamble.
Interesting.
Yep.
It's just hot over here. It's the
That's what
middle
I've
of.
heard.
It's the middle of. Oh, almost. It's still winter over here, and it's hot. It was
So
25 degrees Celsius yesterday,
what is that
and
Fahrenheit?
Ooh,
Times 2
I'm.
plus 32, Jess.
You
I
doing the math
think.
for me? Because I don't do
I
math.
think.
It is 77.
Oh, that's beautiful weather. I'd love that.
But then within the same day, it was 39.2.
Eh, we've had fluctuating temperatures like that in Wisconsin all summer.
Oh,
It was
Yeah.
like it was like back down to like 50s at night and now it's back up to like 70s at night. And the humidity, it's been bad, but it's just that's just how it goes nowadays around here. It's like, oh, heat wave or not a heat wave.
Yeah. It was 92 here today, which is 33.3 for you. It was
Mm.
I was like, "Oh my gosh." And my air conditioning cannot keep up.
You wouldn't survive in Brisbane weather. We get 40s.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
Yeah,
They
40
we
degrees Celsius, which I'm gonna assume is like over
over
100.
100.
we get 43 sometimes, which is 109 for you guys. And they put the big festival here every year in the middle of summer.
That's
And
so
some of
smart.
the are in a tin shed. So you can imagine how hot it gets.
It's got to be like Warped Tour in Arizona, I would imagine. Like it's got to be just
Yeah, I was gonna say
unpleasant.
Australia is more of like a dry heat, right?
Ha ha ha.
No?
You are like, it's just sticky. The second it hits summer, it's sticky and it's humid and it's terrible. And these festivals are set right in the middle of all that. So you put that in a mosh pit of, I think the shed can hold like a few thousand people. And there's no ventilation in these sheds. The outdoor stages are better, but oh, it's miserable.
That doesn't sound fun.
People pass out because it's so hot over here.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that, especially if you're in a place called The Shed.
Oh yeah. I don't know if it's actually called the Shed, but we have it's at a venue called Brisbane Showgrounds. It's this massive, massive thing. And every year there's essentially our version of the show, like what you guys have, like the country fair or whatever. We have it over here, and in this part of the venue, it's called the shearing shed because it's where the sheep get sheared every year. So I don't know. We in our household we've coined it as the
The
tin shed.
Shed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, talking about festivals and everything, what would be a dream tour of yours? Like, say you've gotten tons more followers, you have a big following now, you're going out on tour. Who are you wanting to go out on tour with?
A festival or a tour?
I don't know. What do you think, Chris? Should we just
I
stick
don't
with
know.
tour or should
Yeah,
we
I would
say
say
an
tour. Like, if you want to build a 25 band festival, I mean, go for it.
but a
But
tour is going
otherwise
to
a
be a little
tour.
smaller. It could be a
Tour,
large tour. I mean, there've been things like, like,
Summer of Love.
bigger tours where they've had like 10 bands on it.
I would go Ice Nine Kills or Hawk because one of my goals is to tour with my mentor because I think that'd be really special. Amity, of course. And then I would really love to do my part on stage with them for Pittsburgh. I think that'd be really cool. Um, Polaris, definitely. Parkway Drive. That would be so sick. Um, oh, there's so many options. I am mates with a couple of the guys in Currents, and that I would absolutely love to tour with those guys. That would be so much fun. Um, Alpha Wolf, because it would be funny to hang out with Mitch for a couple weeks. He's one of the funniest dudes. I think that's probably the normal size of a tour, so I'll cap it there. But that would be a pretty stacked lineup, I feel.
It would be very stacked and it'd probably be in an arena with Parkway Drive on it.
Have you guys seen Parkwaves, the Parkwaves festival that they've got cooking up?
Yeah, I've seen stuff about that. It looks like it's going to be sweet. Are you
It'll
going?
be Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
It'll be a good time.
Parkway Drive, it's funny, like the first time I heard them, I'm pretty sure my friend Nick introduced me to them. And the
Mm.
way that Winston screams, he just sounds hungry. And so now, and I mentioned that to my friend, I'm like, so now, like every single time we talk, I'm like, yo, why is the guy from Parkway Drive so hungry?
That's fun.
Every single time.
That's I've heard the music been compared to being pirate music, but I've never heard it been compared to hungry music.
Hunger. Like, when you get that growl in your stomach because you're hungry and then it just comes out of your throat, and that's just what it sounded like to me in the moment.
It's awesome.
I haven't seen Parkway yet live.
I
I
highly
think
recommend. I saw
I,
them at the Opera House a couple months ago, and it was fantastic.
I
Oh
think I
yeah, they
saw
had
them
that
on Warped
show.
Tour.
Mm.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I may have seen them randomly on Warped Tour, but who knows? I went to 16 years of Warped Tour, so who knows?
Right, that is commitment.
Yep. Ever since I went, I started going in 2003. No, yes, 2003. And
Yep,
then the last year I went was 2018, which was kind of the year it kind of stopped. So,
And now you're going
that's
this year.
and now I'm going this year to Florida for it.
I had a blast. I've seen videos from the other ones and it looks awesome.
It looks awesome, but it looks crowded as hell. So we'll see. We'll see.
There you go. So we're gonna see Florida Woman, and it's gonna be you. You're gonna be the headline now.
Gosh, I hope not.
I know her.
I hope not.
She wasn't that crazy when I knew her.
I feel like there's going to be probably other women there that would probably pass more for that Florida woman thing. I'm kind
Yeah.
of chill. I'm not like a crazy like person at shows.
Yep. You're
Although
not gonna
yours
try.
would be like Wisconsin Woman in Florida. So speaking of hungry, we have a little bit of a different question for you. One that's caused controversy in the past, but thankfully you're a one person show here.
Yeah.
So let's say it's like 11 o'clock at night and you're hungry, right? You're like, dang, I would really go for some, oh, what do they call them in Australia? Chips, hot chips,
Oh,
right?
okay.
You go to your,
We call everything chips.
all right, so,
Your equivalent of a French fry.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay. So you go to your freezer because, hey, you're home. You don't feel like going anywhere.
Yep.
Or maybe just us Americans are that lazy. And you you have French fries in there. You grab them, you put them in the air fryer, you fry them on the stove top, put them in the oven, whatever. What is your go-to condiment to dip it in?
Ooh. I'm a bit strange. in I don't know if this is just an Australian thing or if it's something that my mom has apparently passed this on. But I generally, unless I'm out and about, I won't have condiments per se because I won't just eat straight chips. I will put it on bread and have it as a chip sandwich and then dunk it in tomato sauce.
That's a different answer we've
That
never
is
had.
different. What sauce are you dunking it into?
Normally just plain tomato sauce. I'm a bit boring like that. But it's got to have the bread. I don't know why. And butter. It's got to have butter too.
French
That
fries
actually sounds really
on a
good to me.
sandwich. That could be interesting. Could turn that into a grilled cheese.
Ooh. Now you're giving me ideas. This sounds like a lot more though.
Yeah, we went from really simple to now you gotta grill it and
Cool.
melt the cheese.
Well, we went from really simple, what are you dipping your fries into, to like, I don't know, I put my fries on a sandwich and then dip it. So,
Gordon Ramsay would probably not be real happy right now.
Gordon Ramsay might be into it. You never know. He might be like, let's dress it up a little, but
No,
It's
I
just
think you'd be calling us all stupid cows.
idiot sandwich.
It's
he might. You know, Chris, you got that other portion of this question that we've sort of added on.
yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna preface this outside of the fries. Are there any other like strange food combinations you enjoy that like maybe somebody has seen you in the past doing and they're like, why? Like what are you doing?
Well, just in general, us Aussies have a few weird. I'm not a Vegemite person, and I like Marmite, which is I think it's like the UK or the New Zealand version of it. So I've been strange just in general for liking that on an English muffin over Vegemite. But I'm a bit of a sucker for fairy bread. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
I don't.
No, you don't know okay.
It's plain white bread with butter and like hundreds and thousands sprinkles.
Okay. I
It's
mean, who doesn't like sprinkles?
Yeah, we've made it for Link and Rye before. And Link isn't a fan, but Rye was like, yeah.
I mean, it's different and it's probably not an all the time food, but oh man, it's so good. Parties growing up, you have fairy bread. Oh.
Oh, that gives me an idea for my next house party because that is so easy to get away with.
Go for it and just tell them that you're an honorary Aussie now.
You've been honorized. Is that a thing?
I'm gonna make it a thing. You both become honorary Aussies today.
Yes.
I
Now
would
I just
technically be like an honorary Aussie in like Sydney because I call it a bubbler.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. It took me a second to realize what you were talking about. But yes, you guys call them water fountains, don't you?
Drinking fountain, if I'm going to
every
call it anything else but a bubbler.
everywhere else except for where Jess is from, apparently. Um, that's what we call it.
Yep.
Um, to get down with my honorary Aussie, I will be practicing the word no and hitting every vowel in the word no. It's
Yeah.
my favorite thing about the accent. I don't hate. It's seriously one of my favorite things. And I never realized it until there was a behind the scenes with Zachary Levi and Ivan Strahovski
Yep.
on with Chuck and he was pointing that out. And I'm like, "Oh my God, I never realized that." And now that's my favorite fact.
And you get really Aussie accents too. Mine isn't super bad, but you have people that are like, no. It sends shivers down your spine.
I think that's how Yvonne, we're on a first name basis. I think that's how she pronounced it.
Yep. We're a bit special over here.
You know what? We're all a little bit special, aren't we, Chris? Even over here in the States, we all have our specialties that
Your
we're special for.
your transitions and leads lately. Gosh.
It's just
Nothing
me being me.
nothing
That's
will
why
ever
I'm
beat
special, duh.
nothing will ever beat. You know who isn't a bunch of sausages? I don't even remember who I was talking to about that or who that was about. But
That was a virtue, I think.
oh yeah, I gotta go back and watch that episode.
Ah, yes. Well, we're on to our final question now.
Right?
It's the most important one that we ask everyone now. Uh, we kind of talked a little bit earlier about said subject, but what is your favorite dinosaur?
Oh, this is a tricky one. I have way too many hours on Ark Survival Evolved. I'm not sure if you know what that is, but it's a computer game with dinosaurs. Now, if we're talking about actual dinosaurs, I would probably have to say this is a really big question. No, you know what? I'm gonna go with the game answer of pterodactyls because they were super handy in the game. Because if you played on the really modded servers, you could just absolutely destroy their speed and zip around the map really fast. But if we're talking critters within the game, this is very off topic. There's a little thing called a jerboa, which is like a jumping mouse, and I've called it an honorary dinosaur within the game because it's in the dinosaur game, so surely it makes it a dinosaur.
The fact that you said mouse had me anyways, because I love rodents.
It's like got these like little ears, and they're real things. They're so cute, but they're not allowed.
I have heard of them. They are adorable. They're
They're
adorable little rodents.
put it on the dream wish list of pets that probably aren't allowed.
I don't know. They allow like you can have a wallaby, I think, in Wisconsin
You can't even have them over here, and they live in our backyards.
or something like that. I'm like, what? There's one that got loosed like twice now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like that's a thing though. You can't have animals as pets like in certain areas, but yet other areas of the world you can.
Yep.
Like, what's the weirdest pet you can have in Australia?
Oh. I found out yesterday from my roommate that apparently we're allowed axolotls over here, which I did not know. And he's
Oh,
now trying to convince me that we should get one, to which I said we are not getting one. Um,
yeah, my nephew wanted one of those.
I mean, they're cute, but no, I don't think they really do much. But over here, I don't know, we're pretty strict with what we're allowed to have as pets. So I guess like the pet cow, if you want a pet cow, is probably about as exotic as it gets to be.
Yeah, that's not exotic over here, that's for sure.
I don't think it's really exotic over here either. They're
It's
everywhere.
not. It's not. I don't think a cow is very exotic anywhere anymore.
Not unless it's like a rainbow cow or a flying cow or something.
Not unless like you're finding like a unicorn cow or something.
Well, there you go. There's an idea. Just stick
Isn't
an
that
eye.
just like a bull with one horn?
I suppose.
Pretty much.
Or like in the Despicable Me movies where she thinks that goat is a
That goat.
unicorn,
Yeah.
but he only has one horn. And they just go along with it. Oh, yes, yes. It's a very pretty unicorn.
We've got your Halloween costume for this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the goat from Despicable
Right.
Me.
Yeah.
I'm already gonna be the Bucky logo from the Bucky's like gas station chain.
That's awesome.
And that's only because someone on TikTok said I looked like the logo, like I was plucked straight from the logo. So just gonna roll with it.
She's embraced it at this point.
Yep, I've embraced it. And I'm
That's
just gonna
awesome.
be a really cute Bucky.
Go for it. I need photos of this.
Oh, I'll post some for sure.
Do it.
But yeah, that was our last question. In case you were wondering, my favorite dinosaur is a Brachiosaurus.
Nice.
And
That's a good.
mine is an ankylosaur.
Nice. They're good too.
Hey, at least she knows what we're talking about, Chris.
I know. Hey, where's our paleontologist friend
He's
going on
not
a
in
dig in
Australia
Australia?
anymore.
No, he's
No,
back.
he's back from home now.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know where in Australia he went. I don't remember where he said.
he's gonna be starting school any second, right?
Hmm. We
That's
had a
cool.
paleontologist on the podcast because
That's sick.
called the pop punk paleontologist, and we wanted to talk music and dinosaurs with him. And he was actually going to Australia over the summer for a few weeks to work on a dig.
I didn't even know we had dig sites over here. That's really cool.
Yeah, I think it might have actually been in the Perth area.
Maybe that they're trying so hard for their tourism now that they're now planning dinosaur artifacts.
Maybe, maybe. I don't remember. I'd have to look and check his like Instagram to see where he was. I don't remember where he was at. I swear he told us, but I don't remember.
That's still pretty cool.
I don't think it was top secret, so. But yeah, so thanks for coming on.
Thanks so much for having me. It was lovely meeting you guys.
It was lovely meeting you, and it was fun chatting. And
Absolutely. I'm now gonna film a mute well the last bit of the music video and then that song can come out very, very soon.
is there anything else you want to add on to the end of this for anyone else still listening or watching?
Go stream. Go keep an eye out for Jaded is the next one and then Erase will be the one after that and if anyone can pick out Ricky's couple of screams in Erase I'll be very impressed.